You have been here before. Not in this body, not with this name, not in this lifetime, but your soul has walked through fire and flood and famine and empire, and it remembers all of it. And the people around you, the ones who can't explain why being near you feels like standing next to something enormous, they're not imagining it. They're sensing lifetimes of accumulated power radiating off you like heat from a furnace door. This reading is about to crack open what that means for you right now, why it's intensifying, who's affected, and what's coming because of it. Hey, beautiful soul. My name is Stella, and welcome back to Love Tarot with Stella. If you're new here, hit subscribe and like this video because we do not miss around here. Quick reminder before we get into it, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Now, let me tell you what I'm picking up because, oh my gosh, I could not wait to sit down and record this for you. Okay, so let me describe exactly who you are because I need you to feel seen right now. You are someone who has always felt older than your age. Even as a child, people told you that. Teachers noticed it. Family members commented on it. There was something behind your eyes that didn't match your birth year, a knowing, a steadiness, a patience that children aren't supposed to carry. You weren't precocious in the loud, attention-seeking way. You were quiet about it. You watched rooms, you studied people, you understood things about adult dynamics, the lies, the performances, the power games, before anyone sat you down and explained them. You just knew. And that knowing made you lonely in a way that most people your age never experienced because you couldn't relate to the things that excited everyone else. The drama felt pointless. The gossip felt exhausting. The games people played with each other's hearts felt cruel and unnecessary. And you kept thinking, why does everyone make this so complicated when the answer is so obvious? That's old soul energy. And I don't mean that as a compliment people throw around loosely. I mean, your soul has literally cycled through enough incarnations to develop a depth of perception that most people in their current lifetime will never reach. You see through things, not because you're cynical, because you've seen the pattern before. Different faces, different centuries, same human behavior. And that pattern recognition is what makes you seem almost psychic to the people around you. You call things before they happen. You read people within seconds of meeting them, and you're almost never wrong. You sense shifts in energy before there's any physical evidence. And then when it plays out exactly the way you felt it would, people look at you like you're something supernatural. And here's the thing about you that breaks my heart a little. You carry all of this depth, all of this wisdom, all of this accumulated knowing, and you present to the world as someone easygoing, gentle, unbothered. People see someone approachable and warm, and they assume that's the full picture. They don't see the cathedral underneath. They don't see the thousands of years of experience stored in your nervous system. They see the smile and the kindness, and they think, this one is simple. This one is sweet. This one I understand. They don't understand you. Almost nobody does. And you've made peace with that, mostly. But there's a part of you, a part you don't let anyone see that aches for someone to walk into your life and immediately recognize the ancient thing in you without you having to explain it. Without you having to dim it. Without you having to perform a smaller, more digestible version of yourself so they don't get overwhelmed. I keep getting the number 9 around you very strongly. 9 is the number of cycle completion, soul contracts finishing, karmic debts being paid in full. It means you are at the end of a massive spiritual cycle, something that has been building across multiple lifetimes, and this life, this body, this timeline is where it resolves. That's why everything feels so intense right now. That's why it feels like the universe is speeding up around you. You're not imagining the acceleration. Old patterns are collapsing fast. Relationships that served a karmic purpose are ending abruptly. Situations you've tolerated for years are suddenly becoming intolerable overnight. That's not you being dramatic. That's your soul saying, we're done with this lesson. We learned it. We're moving on. I'm picking up the initials K or S very strongly. And for some of you, it could be an A or a W. If those initials mean something to you, drop them in the comments right now because I need to see if this confirms what I'm getting. Now, let me talk about this person because there is someone in your energy field right now who is experiencing something they have never felt with any other human being, and it's scaring them in the most beautiful way. This person met you, and something ancient inside them woke up. Not butterflies, not attraction, not even chemistry in the way most people describe it. Something deeper, something cellular. Like their body recognized yours before their mind caught up, like they'd been waiting for you without knowing they were waiting. And what I'm picking up is that this person keeps having moments with you that feel impossible to explain. Eye contact that lasts a beat too long, silences that feel full instead of empty, conversations where they lose track of time completely. They sit down with you and suddenly 3 hours have passed and neither of you noticed. That's not normal connection. That's soul recognition. Your energies have met before, in another time, in another body, in another version of this story. And both of you are feeling the echo of that, even if neither of you has said it out loud. And here's something I need to say about this person's inner world because it's coming through so clearly. They are someone who has always felt slightly out of place in their own life. Like they're performing a version of themselves that the world expects, but it's never quite the right fit. They've been successful enough to convince everyone around them that they're fine, but inside there's this low hum of something missing, something unnamed. And then they encountered you, and that hum went quiet for the first time, not because you fixed anything, not because you completed them in some fairy tale way, but because your presence gave their nervous system permission to stop pretending. You are the only space where they don't have to translate themselves. And that experience, being fully received without explanation, is something they've never had with another human being, and they are terrified of losing it before they've even claimed it. I'm getting strong Pisces and Aquarius energy around this person. Old soul meets visionary. Someone who thinks differently from everyone around them, unconventional, maybe a little eccentric in the way they see the world, creative or intellectual or both. The kind of person who has a rich inner world that they rarely share with anyone because most people don't have the depth to receive it. But with you, they want to show you everything, every thought, every idea, every strange, beautiful corner of their mind because you're the first person who doesn't look at them like they're too much. You look at them like you've finally found someone speaking your language. This person thinks about you in ways that would stun you if you knew. Not just romantically, although that's there and it's intense. They think about you philosophically, existentially. They lie awake at night wondering what you are, not who what, because you don't fit into any category they've ever encountered. You're not like the other people they've been drawn to. You don't operate by the same rules. There's something about your energy that feels like it exists outside of time, and they keep trying to put language around it and failing. For some of you, I'm getting someone with light ice gray or blue-green, the kind that shift color depending on the light. An angular face, something striking about their hands, long fingers, expressive, always moving when they talk. For others, it's darker features, deep brown eyes that hold entire conversations without words, thick hair, something magnetic about the way they hold still. Whichever version resonates, this person has an intensity to them that most people find intimidating. But you don't find it intimidating, you find it familiar. Like coming home, and here's what will stop you in your tracks. This person has imagined a life with you that has nothing to do with grand gestures. They've imagined sitting across from you at a small table in some city you've never been to, drinking something warm, watching rain hit a window, and neither of you speaking because you don't need to. Just existing in the same space with all pretense stripped away. They've imagined you reading something, a book, your phone, a menu, and them watching your eyes move across the words and feeling this overwhelming tenderness that makes no logical sense for how long they've known you. They've imagined falling asleep in a room where you're still awake, not worried, not guarded, just completely surrendered to the safety of your presence. That level of trust is something they've never given anyone. And the fact that they can already picture it with you terrifies them because it means you have access to a part of them that no one else has ever reached. The desire between you two, I need to be direct about this because I'm picking it up so strongly. It's not surface level physical attraction. It's the kind of desire that feels like remembering, like their body already knows what it would feel like to be that close to you because some part of them has experienced it before in another life. They notice things about you that seem almost sacred to them. The curve of your collarbone, the way your breath catches when you're surprised, the exact spot where your neck meets your shoulder. They have mapped you in their mind with a precision that borders on devotional. And when they imagine closing the distance, it's never aggressive or rushed. It's almost ceremonial, reverent, like approaching something holy, because that's what you are to them, even if they'd never use that word. Wow. Now let me talk about the jealousy because it's thick in this reading. This person experiences a jealousy around you that is completely unfamiliar to them, and it disgusts them because they pride themselves on being above that. They're not possessive people by nature. They don't get threatened easily. But with you, all of that rationality dissolves. When someone else makes you laugh, that real, unguarded, head back laugh, something in them fractures. When you mention someone's name with warmth, they catalog it, they remember it, they compare themselves to that person, silently and obsessively. When they see you giving your energy to someone else, they feel it in their chest like a hand squeezing their lungs. And the worst part, the part that keeps them up at night, is that they know they haven't earned the right to feel this way. You don't belong to them. You haven't chosen them. You may not even know the depth of what they feel. And so they sit with it in silence, burning, furious at themselves for burning. I keep getting the number 11 pulsing through this entire reading. 11 is the awakening number, the portal number. It means you are standing at a threshold between who you have been and who you are becoming. And the person you are becoming is the version of you that finally stops apologizing for how much space your soul takes up. You have spent your entire life making yourself smaller, more palatable, more digestible for people who couldn't handle your full frequency. You spoke softer so they wouldn't feel intimidated. You dimmed your insight so they wouldn't feel exposed. You pretended not to see what you clearly saw so they could maintain their illusions in peace. That era is over. 11 is the number that says, step through, stop shrinking. The world on the other side of that door needs the full, unedited, undiluted version of you. Now I need to talk about the people who tried to come against you, because I'm getting very strong impressions about a collective betrayal. There was a group, could be family, could be friends, could be people in a professional setting who decided that your quiet power was a threat. You didn't do anything to them. You didn't compete with them. You didn't try to outshine them. You just existed with that ancient energy pouring off you, and it made them feel insufficient by comparison. So they did what insecure people always do. They gathered, they talked, they created a narrative about you that made your strength look like arrogance, your boundaries look like coldness, your silence look like superiority. And they convinced each other it was true because it's easier to demonize someone than to admit they intimidate you. And what did you do? You left quietly, without explanation, without revenge, without a single public word about what happened. You just withdrew your energy from the situation and let the silence speak for itself. And then something extraordinary happened. The group that formed against you, they turned on each other. Without you there to be the common enemy, the cracks in their alliances became visible. The person who led the charge started losing trust. The ones who followed realized they'd been manipulated. Some of them are dealing with consequences right now that have nothing to do with you directly, but everything to do with the karmic energy they activated when they came for someone who was divinely protected. Because you are divinely protected. And I don't mean soft guardian angel energy, I mean ancestral warrior spirits standing around you like a wall of fire, generational protectors, the kind of protection that doesn't announce itself, doesn't make noise, doesn't warn twice, the kind that simply ensures that anyone who brings conflict to your door ends up fighting something much bigger than they bargained for. Your enemies didn't just come for you, they came for everything standing behind you, centuries of accumulated spiritual authority, and they had no idea what they were walking into. That's why their plan fell apart so fast. They were playing chess against something that has been winning wars since before their bloodline existed. Some of those people want to come back now. I'm getting that very clearly. One or two of them have already started making small moves. A like on a post from months ago, a casual message about something unrelated, a mutual friend casually mentioning their name to test your reaction. Be extremely discerning. Your heart is generous and your soul understands forgiveness at a level most people never will. But forgiveness and access are not the same thing. You can release someone karmically without ever letting them back into your space. The door is yours. The key is yours. Use them wisely. I'm picking up strong Scorpio and Capricorn energy around you, and for some of you, Cancer or Virgo, earth and water, the combination of emotional depth and structural patience. You feel everything intensely, but you process it slowly, methodically, privately. And that's another thing people misread. They see your calm surface and assume you're not affected. You're affected by everything. You just metabolize it differently than most people because your soul has had centuries of practice. The number 4 keeps appearing. 4 is stability, foundation, structure. It means what you are building right now, and you are building something, whether you've named it yet or not, has roots that go deep enough to weather anything. A career move that aligns with your actual purpose. A creative project that carries the fingerprint of something only you could create. A financial structure that will support you in ways that feel different from anything you've experienced. Not hand-to-mouth survival, but actual abundance. The kind where you stop checking your account before you buy groceries, where you walk into a store and buy the thing you want instead of the thing you can afford. Where money stops being a source of anxiety and starts being a tool that serves you. That shift is closer than you think. And it's connected to your soul's purpose in a way that most financial advice will never touch, because what's coming for you financially isn't just earned, it's owed. The universe has been keeping a tab and the balance is about to clear. If any of this is hitting you right now, I need you to drop the words old soul in the comments. Like this video and subscribe, because the energy we are building in this community is something I've never experienced before, and I need you here for the next chapter. But let me bring this back to you, because this was never about that person, never about the enemies, never about what's coming financially. This reading is about the fact that you have been carrying the weight of many lifetimes in one body, and you have been doing it largely alone. You have been the wise one, the steady one, the one who holds everyone else together while quietly falling apart in private. You have been explaining away your depth, your knowing, your spiritual sensitivity because the world told you it was too much or not real or something to be embarrassed about. I need you to hear this. Your soul chose this lifetime for a reason. It chose this body, this family, this set of challenges, this exact moment in history, not randomly, not by accident, but with precision. Everything you've survived was preparation. Every heartbreak taught you a frequency of compassion that can't be learned any other way. Every betrayal sharpened your discernment. Every season of loneliness deepened your relationship with yourself until you became someone who doesn't need external validation to know their own worth. And that independence, that hard-won, battle-tested self-reliance was never a punishment. It was preparation for a season where everything you've carried alone suddenly has witnesses, people who see you, people who stay, people whose souls are old enough to match yours without flinching, and that ancient energy people keep sensing, it's not going anywhere, it's amplifying. Because you are approaching the convergence point, the moment where everything you've carried across all those lifetimes crystallizes into something visible and undeniable in this one. Your purpose, your impact, your legacy, not in some abstract spiritual way, in a tangible, this changes my actual life way. The people who are supposed to find you will find you. The opportunities that match your frequency will appear. The love that your soul has been reaching for across centuries is closer than it has ever been. You have always known you were different. You just didn't have permission to say it out loud. Consider this your permission. You are ancient. You are powerful. You are here on purpose. And the world is about to find out exactly what that means. Okay, I need you to receive this fully because it is coming for you and you deserve every single bit of it. Do not talk yourself out of what you just felt in this reading. Like this video, share it with your person who needs to hear this right now, subscribe so you don't miss what I drop next, and comment below, I want to know everything. Who is this about? What hit you? Drop it all down there. I love you guys. See you in the next one.